Our project used a Raspberry Pi to make a semi-autonomous RC car. This project was done by Brad, Reed, Priyanka, and Matt. We had a few different parts to make our car run. Most importantly, we had a Raspberry Pi 3, which can be bought for about $36. We used a simple RC car that we found online for about $20, an L298D chip, which helped connect the motors to the Pi and to the car, a couple of HCSR04 sensors. We burned through a few, but we'll talk more about that later. Some wires, a breadboard, and an exterior power source. In total, our supplies cost about $144. To control the motors with the Raspberry Pi, we use the L298D chip. You'll see the chip is connected to both motors and the GPIO input-outputs on the Raspberry Pi. The HCSR04 sensor. This sonar sensor allowed the car to sense objects in front of it. Ultimately, we had hoped to put sensors all around the car so we can control if there are objects on the side of the car and behind the car. But because we were limited by time, we only put one sensor in the front of the car. Hooking up the sensor proved to be difficult. It used a lot of wires, resistors, and we had to use a breadboard just to make it all work. After a couple days of trying new things, we finally got the sensor to pick up objects in the environment at a fairly accurate distance. Once we were able to do this, we added the sensor to the front of the car and had the car stop if it sensed anything in front of it. If it didn't, it would keep driving. At the end of the class, we were able to set up OpenCV. Once the sensor was finally working, we started focusing on allowing the car to see what was in front of it. While we had hoped to use lane detection to keep the car on a straight road, we decided to focus on just stop signs. When the car picked up a stop sign, it would stop, much like when it was using the sensor. Because we ran out of time, we were able to get the car to pick up the stop signs as seen in this photo, but we were not able to implement this in our driving function. Given a little bit more time and some more fine-tuning, our car would have been able to see the road and stop on a dime. Our finished car has the sensor and the camera in front with the Raspberry Pi and the breadboard and the L298D chip on top. You can see the exterior power source sitting behind the sensor, and you can see a great photo of me in the background doing some coding. Thank you very much.